And this is going to be an interesting night because we have a good topic. I'm not going to keep you long on this one because your boy got work to do, and you're going to see why in a minute. I told you guys, if you looked at the flyer and the post, that I had a big announcement tonight. I know you guys probably feel like I'm doing a lot of these big announcements, but this one trumps everything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take about 30 seconds to make sure that the live is going to YouTube, Facebook, and Periscope. We're simulcasting at the same time to all three places, so I want to make sure that it's up and running. So, hey, good evening, Dawn. You're going to be in for a treat tonight when you see what I got for y'all. So give me 30 seconds. I'll be right back, and then we're going to get into the meat and potatoes of this, so stand by.
Okay, everybody wants good love, that's true, I know. Derrick Jones about to break it down with the relationship gumbo. Welcome to the podcast. Ain't no doubt we all need this, ayy, cause better relationships need better ingredients, ayy. So if you want better relations, it's about communication, finding love, staying together. We all wanna make it better, yeah. Derrick Jones, the host, your relationship coach. Thank you all for tuning in. Relationship gumbo, ayy.
All right, we are back. Please, please, please make sure that you share and invite with your friends, your family, your loved one, your little cousin that live in South Carolina somewhere. Everybody need to be on here because I'm going to introduce something to you tonight that's going to blow your mind. So first and foremost, I'm going to go through a couple of things that we normally go through, and then I'm going to show y'all what I've been working on. Y'all thought y'all knew what I was working on, but I really got something for y'all tonight. So hold on one second. You see I'm smiling. It's been a lot. So you guys know that we're here every week at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we just get it in. Every week we have a different topic. A lot of times we have guests. Sometimes I'm here by myself, but you can never go wrong as long as you keep coming back. Same time, same place. So what I'm going to do now is I'm coming back here and I'm going to bypass those other few slides. Y'all know this is a podcast, right? Y'all know that I do one-on-one coaching. Y'all know that I have apparel, right? So here we go. So I want to make sure I set this up right. So you guys know that I have been working on a place for you to go to get exclusive coaching for a nominal fee every month, right? And y'all remember this flyer right here. Okay, so I need you to kind of glance at that because I'm gonna jump on it and jump off of it because some things have changed. And you see that you get a $20 monthly subscription. You're going to get live streams, Q&A sessions, digital products in PDF form that's going to give you tips on everything that you need to know, merch discounts, hourly coaching discounts, which is huge because people that need coaching, sometimes they'll say, well, it costs too much. I got you there. Boot camps. We're going to do boot camps on stuff for couples, for singles, for dating. We're going to get it in. I'm going to bring some guests. So already the value is there, right? But that's not the thing tonight, right? And remember, I said a free 7-day trial period. So this is what's going to happen. So hold on one second. All right. So this is what I've been working on, guys. So the thing that I announced not that long ago, scrap that. We done went 10,000 layers deep because I think what you guys need to understand about me, this is the value that you get when you deal with me. You're not just getting a life and relationship coach. You're also getting an engineer. There's some perks that come with that. Okay. So I'm going to show you the things that I have updated and upgraded, and then I'm going to show you what this thing has evolved into because engineer brain, we don't just go down one path. We look at all the paths simultaneously and we try to figure out which one is the best. I found the best. So the first thing, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up a simulation of my cell phone right here, and you're going to see exactly what I'm doing on the cell phone. Same time. Yes, I'm a geek. So this is the existing podcast page, right? It's not that drab gray anymore. It's here to catch your attention. So I made it white and I kind of refreshed it. Very simple, very neat. You're going to see every show that we're doing. You're going to have the link to the exclusive site that I'm about to show you in a second. The podcast information is there. The life coaching one-on-one stuff is there. The apparel stuff is there. The YouTube channel is there. Very simple, very neat. And I made sure that it kind of grabs your attention. The other thing that I did that I refreshed, and as you know, if you look up at the top, the logo is new too. I don't know if you guys noticed that. That's all created by your boy. So the next thing is the coaching. The coaching has a separate website, so I'm going to click on that. I wanted the branding to be uniform, right? So looks similar, but operates a little differently. I have a free consultation button on here. I have a full-blown onboarding system, right? So you go click on that link and it'll step you through some questions and it'll get you to a scheduling page, and then we'll be able to do our 15-minute consultation free just to make sure that we connect and we know what we're doing, because sometimes I'm not the person for you, right? So I don't want to take your money and then you be mad at me because you really need to go see a therapist, right? The second thing I did was underneath that, you'll see where it says pay for your session. Y'all gotta understand when I tell you, when you go in here and you schedule your one-on-one session after we've talked, it not only takes you through the scheduling, it also brings up a contract that you can e-sign. It takes your signature. It takes my signature out of a file, makes it one whole contract that's signed by us both. It emails you the PDF of the contract so you'll have a copy of it. And then it'll send you a notification of your appointment. I did not know how to do that before this week. Labor of love, because I don't want you guys to ever have a reason to stray. I want everything to be simple. And I think about you guys even probably more than you do. I want to make sure y'all happy, right? That's not even a big thing yet, though. I want you to see what I'm about to do here, okay? You see, I'm excited about this. So I'm going to close the browser, right? And I'm going to an app. It's an app. Forget that other thing, okay? So this is a simulation of what you will see when you come in, right? And when I tell you that I engineered the hell out of this thing, okay? When you come in, you have a timeline. This is the live that I did last night. You're going to have a timeline. You have a little welcome message there in the middle that's kind of tagged. We're going to do polls. All of this stuff is going to be populating like a feed, right? But there's more. This is a whole social media platform just for you. When you come in and do that 7-day trial, the 7-day free trial to see all the stuff because I'm pumping stuff in there. We're not going to launch this until Monday, right? I'm going to put stuff in there before you even get there. And then every day it's just going to pump because it's a social media platform, right? You not only get to see the timeline because that's what you were going to get with the thing that I had before. It's a social media platform. So you have a profile that you set up that you now have the ability to DM me. You have the ability to DM each other. You have a section on here where you can put your personal link if you have a business so that you can forward people to your page here and they can click on your business because we're all a part of a family, right? Community. I wanted to build a community. My vision was way bigger than that thing I was showing y'all the other day. You have a part where you can put an introduction so people can know a little bit about you, because what I've learned since I've been doing this coaching is that a lot of us have similar stories. And those of us who have similar stories, sometimes we'll connect on that and we'll have these conversations with each other, right? And I'm going to use Michelle as an example. Michelle and Ursula, right? Now they're following each other. Well, guess what? When you come into this coaching hub, you don't have to leave. You can DM, email, do all of this stuff in-house. Now, you're still going to get the ability. You're going to have like all of the lives are going to come. I can create events in here that you can RSVP to because now you already have VIP access to everything, right? Nobody else gets to come in here but the people who are really serious about getting this coaching. So even though you have a list of things that I have on that bullet point, that doesn't mean that's all you're going to get. Sometimes you just got to cut. So you can go through this through your web browser, and it's phenomenal. You can download the app, and the app has push notifications. So when something happens, boom, it pops up just like anything else, like Facebook or anything. Y'all not listening to me. It's a full-blown social media platform. And there's more. So when you go in here, you can go to Discovery. And now what you have, if you look at the things that are the top posts at the top, those are the two things. But below there, you have topics. So I have like a dating topic, a relationship topic, a live stream topic. These are like folders. So like if you wanted to only see all of the past live streams, you click on that folder and they're all there, right? Because I thought about it. When you go to Facebook, if you go on somebody's page and they go live today, then they go live Thursday, and then 2 months from now, they're going live, and you want to find live number 3, guess what you got to do? You got to keep scrolling to go find it. Well, now you can go to this one spot, even though you're still going to have your regular timeline on here, you can go to this one spot and get all the stuff is right. Y'all not listening to me? Your boy brain is like this right now. I'm talking about 3-4 o'clock nights, AM, and I'm thinking, and I'm like, okay, what if Michelle came in here? What would she want to do because I'm getting that, I've gotten to know y'all over this, y'all been rocking with me. So I'm like, okay, what are the different topics that they care about the most? If they come in here, is this going to confuse them? Okay, cool. So I'm going to record a tutorial from my voice and my brain so that you don't have to go through the standard thing, so you'll understand it in record time. Instead of you trying to go through here and hunt and try to figure it out, you're going to hear me telling you, because I'm an engineer that just happens to be a good translator of technical things. You can get up and running in a couple minutes and it's done. I need for you to understand how powerful this is. You literally have a coach in your pocket, and you'll be able to ask whatever you want when we have the Q&A. You don't hear me, guys. Y'all gonna be able to really get some of your questions answered. If anything is like really like crucial, you got the one-on-one session, but you get 20% off the hourly rate anyway. So it's not this big scary financial thing for you. When I tell you I tested this thing out from beginning to end and clicked every button, and I'm still, between now and the weekend, I'm going to be on this thing making sure that everything is perfect for you guys. So when you come in next week, you go into the site that I'm going to get, because I'm going to do a whole nother live probably during the day like I did before. And when you go in, you're going to put your information in. Just like anything else, you put your card information in, you get 7 days to try it. It's not like y'all not going to like it. You know why you're not going to leave? Because you've never seen anything done like this before. I guarantee you haven't. So this thing is going to be, this is my baby. I know that it's going to take time for it to grow. But you guys that come in first, y'all gonna get a lot of content that's gonna be specialized to you before it gets bigger. So and there's gonna be perks even for the first few people that come in. So I'm telling you, y'all need to get on this. Y'all need to think about the value of the price. I worked hard on this. I see all. I look at all the bugs, I fix the bugs, I figure out what doesn't work, and I do it 30 more times to make sure that y'all don't have to deal with it. So that's the announcement. We improved on the model, and we made it better. And not only do you have a coach, but you will have a community. Y'all will be able to engage each other without having to leave the platform and go to Instagram or give me your Instagram. I want to DM you. You can do all of that in-house. Y'all not listening. The campaign is going to be off the chain next week. I hope that y'all support it. But you got to understand, and I'm going to tell you another thing too that pissed me off today is these damn Facebook algorithms and who can see your stuff and all that. I'm going a whole other route. I'm still going to be posting on Facebook and doing all of that. But the key here is to be able to own the content. Don't have to deal with algorithms, and you get all of the stuff that you don't have to worry about, sponsored ads and all that stuff. It's all the stuff that you care about. So I'm going to leave that there. I'm going to save the rest of this soapbox for Monday because your boy got work to do. And I'm going to need y'all to really understand the value of this. We all need some kind of a coach or a therapist or something. This is a cost-effective way for you to get some of your questions answered, some of your things you're feeling, things that feel right. You can come and ask, and you have access to like this supercomputer right here. So we're going to get into the podcast portion. If you are new, this is also an audio podcast, but we will start the podcast. I will count to 3. We'll start the podcast portion, and then at the end, I'm gonna count to 3 again, and then we're gonna be done. I'm not gonna keep you here long tonight because I got work to do, guys. I want to make sure that y'all are good next week, and it's not just next week that you like. Whenever you decide to sign up, your 7 days starts from that point. Unlike the other thing I was telling you about, so everything has been engineered to perfection, literally. So let me start the podcast, and we're going to get into this topic, and we just going to go. So stand by. Welcome to another episode of the Relationship Gumbo Podcast. My name is Derek Jones, and I am your host. I'm a certified life coach, an engineer, a strategist, and a mental health advocate. And tonight, we are talking about why apply for the job if you're not willing to work. And a lot of you know what that means. Some of you don't. So I'm going to hip you. When we are, and I use this loosely because we're in 20. I always talk about this because it boggles my mind. Maybe I'm just too old, but we're in 2020. But traditional rules, there's people out here that are, hoping, pursuing, wanting long-term relationships. The population of those people is getting smaller, but they exist, right? We're going to talk about them. All of you situationship people, not talking about you. The people who are dating, who are even in relationships or marriages, this is for you. The relationship-minded people. We always hear about relationships and marriages being work. And that word work has been a deterrent for a lot of people. Because who wants to do something hard, right? We want it easy. And so the reason why I came up with this title is because when we're meeting and encountering people, it's like we're applying for a job. If you're looking for a long-term relationship, you got to vet these people out. You it's like you going in with a resume and you're vetting the person, and you're trying to figure out if they're going to be the person that you want to rock with, spend time with, develop a relationship with, and hopefully everything, progresses and grows. Emphasis on the word grow, because the situationship people, not talking about you. When you go into that situation, what scares a lot of people is not only is it work in the sense that you're going to have to spend some time working on getting to know how compatible that person is with you, right? We know we all get smitten in the emotions and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, it's your job to figure out whether you're wasting your time or not. That's part of the work. A lot of us don't want to do the work because it's using the word work. We want it easy. So a lot of times people will say, I don't want a relationship, and they'll shout from the rooftops, And it may not be because they don't want it. It means that they don't want to do the work. The other part of the work is you now have someone to be accountable to. Who wants that, right? We want to be able to do what we want to do. Well, if you're relationship minded and you are building something, you're going to have to be accountable for your actions. You're going to have to think a little bit differently. And I've met some people probably within the past couple of years that was like, you're married. Why would anyone ever want to be married and deal with all that work? And I pause because this is becoming more of the norm. Because people are seeing a lot of what we would perceive as failed relationships. So they're like, why would I even want to try? Oh, you know what, guys? Why would I even want to try that? And here's the answer. Anything worth having requires some work. And if you are committed to that work, then you're going to be consistent. Consistency is also work. And a lot of us say, if I have to be accountable and I have to be consistent and I have to be intentional about what I want, I don't think I'm built for that. I think I'm gonna just do me. And that's cool. And like I always say on the show, do you. But when you go home and you want that relationship, you're lying to yourself. I say this all the time. It comes full circle. You can't be both. I don't give a damn about a relationship, but I want one at the same time. It cancels each other out. You'll never get what you want. You get something. You get the situationship maybe. But what you really want requires you to do some different things. And if you want that job, you're going to have to work for it. Because you got to think about it. Nobody got a college degree or a PhD because it was something that they could do in 24 hours. They had a goal. They had a purpose in getting to that point. And it required work. But everybody can't be a mechanic. Everybody can't be a doctor. Everybody can't be a hairstylist. And a lot of times people that want to be a hairstylist choose not to because they don't want to work for it. The same thing applies in relationships. If you really want it to work, you have to do the work. And that work involves you really taking the time to learn how each other communicates, what, all of these things that people kind of brush to the side. And then they end up in something and they're like, it's too much work. No, because you didn't set it up. You didn't create the foundation. That's what I do here, guys. The tools that you need when it feels like that work is hard, you can go back to the toolbox and say, you know what? Today wasn't a good day, but we have some things to refer back to help us move forward without resenting each other. It's a little bit of work, but what's your end game? If your end game is to be the I don't give a damn person, why even go apply for the job anyway? What's the point? So today's show is all about understanding that even though we use the word work, it's just like, as I'm thinking about this stuff as I'm talking, it's just like when you become an entrepreneur right? They say that you don't venture into something unless you love it, because there's going to be days where you want to quit. But that love that you have for that thing is a constant, and it helps you pick yourself up when it's down. It's work. But if you love it, you're willing to do anything to keep it going. Y'all saw that little presentation I did about that app, right? Perseverance, love, and work. Didn't want to do it, but I have to do it. So if you're going to apply for the job, you got to be willing to work for it. You got to be willing to be accountable. You got to be willing to be consistent. And we are not perfect people. We're human. But you got to get that bounce back if you really want it. You can find a quitter on every corner, but it's those that actually stick and stay and try to figure it out. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work, but at least you tried. Right? And gave it your all. Because every relationship doesn't work. But you got to do your part. You both got to do your part in order to make it work. And if you decide to venture on this mission, you got to do the work. So I'm looking at the time, guys. I'm going to wrap this one up, and y'all know why. Those of you who are listening on the audio, short podcast. But I need you to listen back to the audio podcast, and I need for that thing to sizzle in your spirit. I need for you, if you're in a relationship, to think about, do you have those tools that you need while you're sitting at home resenting that other person because of how the tone of how they yelled at you or something that happened 3 years ago? You got to get the tools and do the work, because that stuff sticks with you forever. And then you start doing crazy stuff that you shouldn't be doing. And then next thing you know, it blows up, and then you're like, what happened? And sometimes you need a coach to help you with the tools. And those of you on the audio, when you see what I'm rolling out, the social media platform that I'm rolling out, it's like a Tulapalooza. You better come get you some. I don't care if you're married, if you're in a long-term relationship, if you're trying to figure out this dating thing, if you're trying to figure out online dating, if you're trying to figure out why you can't get right, come get some tools. I'm telling you. So on that note, I'm going to wrap up the podcast portion. I hope you guys have an enjoyable evening. And as always, I appreciate you. And I will see you next week. Same time, same place. All right, podcast portion over. Thank you guys for coming and checking me out. And like I said, we're going to get that social media platform in. I am going to make sure that you guys get everything you need. And I'm going to make sure that it's an experience that you've never had before. We all have moments where we question things, even if you're just by yourself. I'm going to bring in experts. I'm going to, do my thing. Y'all know how I do when I do my solo stuff. I'm going to give you all of that stuff, and you'll have reference points to reference back. That's why I said I'm categorizing everything. Everything's going to be right there for you. The easy thing would have been to create a Facebook group. That ain't how I roll. So y'all should know by now. I want to make sure that y'all are taken care of. Because this is not just, it's not just work for me, it's purpose. And I didn't realize that until, these past few years, but I have to do this because I know that there's people listening now. I know that there's people that will listen on the replay and will be connected to me until, I'm not here on this planet. Somebody needs to hear this information, because the way that my life has been, the experience I have, the training I have, and this wacky brain that will not stop problem solving even when I'm asleep. That's my gift to you. I'm a problem solver. I'm a troubleshooter, and I want to make sure that y'all don't make these kind of knee-jerk decisions when you should have turned left and you went right. I want you to hear this stuff and say, you know what? I remember that video. I remember that audio, and I think I'm going to go left, because that sounds exactly like what I'm going through. And guess what? The content is driven by you. So if you want to hear something, just say, hey, Derek, I need you to talk about this. I'm asking for a friend. And it'll be a topic. It's your community. I'm just hosting it. That's the key. So Michelle says, I'm so excited for you. Some people never realize their purpose. That's true. It's never too, like, at one point I was like, I'm too old to be starting this stuff and all that. I know a lot of us have gone through that, but it's never too late to inspire. It's never too late to follow your dreams. I know Michelle is kind of at that point in her life too. Joseph is doing the damn. Dawn Green, I'm just getting to know you, but you here every week, and I appreciate you. Shar, haven't seen you on Periscope if you're still there, but I haven't seen you in a long time, but you are, from what I've seen, you seem to be a very sweet woman, and a lot of people keep coming back, so that means what I'm doing is working. So I want to make sure that y'all, what you give me, I give you back. So that's it. Short of like the single tear coming down, because y'all don't, if y'all know how many man hours, y'all have no clue what y'all are in for. I don't stop. I'm a machine. And when I went through that other program, which was like 1/100th of what you're going to get, and I went through all of the stuff, and I was just like, this don't feel right. It's always something that's telling me, like, when I'm ready to like do something, it's like, wait, it don't feel right. It's not the experience that I want them to have. And then I'm like, I got to go back to the drawing board. And when I go back to the drawing board, I look at 50 programs, and I surgically go through all 50 of them before I figure out which one works. I don't just Google and find like 2 and compare the 2. I go through 50 because I have to pretend I'm you. I have to pretend I'm you because I want you to not have a bad experience. So while I was going through those 50 programs and I was vetting them and going through the free trials and canceling them and looking at all this stuff, I'm not talking about 50 programs in a week. I'm talking about 50 programs in a 24-hour period. I'm crazy like that, because I can't, if I see a flaw in it and I know that you guys are going to see that same flaw, I got to scrap it and I got to go to the next one. It could be one thing. So when y'all see this, y'all going to be like, yeah. And I purposely have it where you can create your own profile. So if you want to share what you do, you can put that in there and people can click on your link and go to your business and buy your stuff. Who's doing that? That's all I'm going to say. Y'all can't, the amount of layers y'all going to get with this for that little bit of money, it's pretty ridiculous. But I know that people don't have it. So I want even the people that don't have it and the people that do have it to come together and let's heal together. And that's it. That's it. That's all. So once again, I appreciate you guys. I'm going to get off of here and try to keep nerding and geeking myself out on this stuff because, well, I guess at some point I need to go to sleep, right? I literally stayed up to like 3 a.m. and then I had to get up at like 5:30, 6 o'clock for work, and then I've been up all day. And I'm still geeked, and I'm still like, okay, so let me see what else I got to do to make sure that this thing works. Yeah. So y'all have a good night, and I will be advertising this starting on Monday. Y'all can start on Monday signing up, or whatever day you decide. Like I said, you get the 7-day trial. I built the hell out this thing, and everything has been taken into account. If you want to do, I'm just trying to think before I go. There's group chat in there, like Telegram. It's separate. You can separate into specialized groups and have discussions about that one topic. It's and it takes a sick genius to be able to manage all of that and entertain you guys and do what I do. So, but that's what I do. My brain has to keep, like I always tell y'all, if y'all saw this screen that I'm on right now and all the stuff that's flashing I got to pay attention to and I got to look here, you'd be like, there ain't no way in hell. It's like a damn control panel on an airplane. But anyway, I will talk to y'all next time. If you have any questions for me or anything that's coming up, just DM me, IM me, or whatever it is, email. All that stuff is on the website, relationshipgumbo.info. Make sure you go there and check everything out. Like I said, I refreshed everything, so just check it out. Look at everything's there. Things are going to be changing over the next few days so that you will focus on the new stuff, and the old stuff will kind of go, slide down the list, but it's going to be pretty amazing. So I want you guys to not just support, but I want you to realize that the people that you know and love need this too. And I want you guys to be able to let them know where they can come and be in a controlled environment and not have to worry about a bunch of mess. It's not a dating site. So if I get complaints about people trying to holler and being offended, then you're going to get your money back or something. But we're not doing that. This is a place of healing. We're going to have some fun and do some things. So on that note, I'm going to let y'all go, and I will talk to y'all next week. Have a great night.
Okay, everybody wants good love, that's true, I know. Derrick Jones about to break it down with the relationship gumbo. Welcome to the podcast. Ain't no doubt we all need this, ayy, cause better relationships need better ingredients, ayy. So if you want better relations, it's about communication, finding love, staying together. We all wanna make it better, yeah. Derrick Jones the host, your relationship coach. Thank you all for tuning